Hi everyone, I hope that you've had a great week. I just wanted to post a quick video as we are nearing the last week or so of our course. Our final project is due this week in Module 7. So I just wanted to go over that real quickly with you. I've been posting some announcements throughout the week, but I just wanted to kind of post this video to kind of go over some things for your final submission if you had any questions or needed clarification, and just to ensure that you are turning in your best work as far as what's expected and what I'll be looking for as I'm grading your final submissions. So to this point, I know just throughout the course we've kind of been going over the final project rubric as you worked on your milestones 1 and 2, and even in some of your journal entries, some of the elements that you're including into this final project you've kind of addressed, and it's been pulled from the final project rubric. But as you are working on your final submission, I just want you to be mindful of a couple things in order, again, to just make sure that you're turning in the best possible paper or hopefully to receive the best possible grade that you can. And I'm sure you all are going to do fine. You've done great up until this point. So, again, the main thing is just make sure that all of the elements that you've done up until this point, your milestone 1 and your milestone 2, is just polished, that you've made any corrections that I've suggested throughout the feedback that you've received. Make sure that you are following the guidelines for your submission. The document should be at least 8 pages to make sure that you're providing great content to support your ideals and your thought. 8 to 10 pages would be ideal. And again, you've done the work, milestone 1 and 2. You're only providing a couple more elements. I know a couple of you in your examples of the ineffective and effective social media usage that you've created or provided screenshots in your paper. That's fine. I encourage that. It kind of breaks up the monotony of just the text of your document, and it's great. It's not necessary for you to provide screenshots. Again, it gives a good element to the paper. But for those of you who do not, still make sure you provide those examples. But if you are providing screenshots anywhere in your paper, that's fine. As you do that, be mindful that the length of your paper, your screenshots are not gonna allow you to use the length outside of the content and text you should be providing. So again, if you have screenshots that take up maybe 2 pages of paper, then just again make sure that the content that you're providing are making up for that space that those screenshots are taking up. Make sure, just the simple things, make sure it's double space, 1-inch margins, 12-point font, and again make sure it's the APA formatting guidelines. I've been trying to again post throughout the week, throughout the course, announcements to cover and regarding APA formatting, links to that outside of what we provide in the SNHU Writing Center. Also, I've provided videos about you including your references and resources, so make sure you refer back to that to provide, make sure that you're providing the great content that I know that you all are capable of. Again, your reference page should be a separate page on its own. You should have at least 3 references. You should be citing those throughout your paper. And again, for 8 to 10 pages and for the content that you have, you should probably have more than 3 references, but I'm definitely looking for 3 references to be included that support your work and your ideals. Again, just be sure to incorporate any feedback. Make sure you make corrections, and that is evident in your final submission. And then the most important thing, like I always say, refer back to your blueprint, and that's your final project rubric. So make sure that you are addressing the critical elements. Again, as I check and as the rubric provides, I'm looking for these critical elements. Pay attention to what the exemplary suggestions are in order to receive the highest points in your paper. But again, milestone 1 and milestone 2 allowed you to address the majority of these critical elements already for this week. And the only thing new that you're really including in your final paper are going to be the conclusion elements. Again, you've done the rest of the work. So you're going to address how continuous use of social media can help your organization achieve its goals. Recommendations, you're going to offer recommendations for measuring success, the success of your social media suggestions. And then lastly, hypothetical next steps. Again, this is going to be you're going to develop a hypothetical next steps for the organization should it decide to move forward with this strategic social media plan that you've outlined. So these kind of three things, the conclusions, kind of are more so your kind of personal suggestions, opinions, and kind of based on the overall project, what you see, what you suggest as far as the organization going forward with social media usage. So again, these are the only three new things that you will be completing and compiling this week to include with everything else that you've done throughout the course so far. So again, you shouldn't be too overwhelmed because you've done the work. Just a couple of new elements, and you're just polishing up anything that you feel or that I suggested that probably should be polished, corrected, updated, or included in your paper. Again, please, if you still have more questions or need assistance, please email me anytime. Send me a text. Writing Center, don't forget about the SNHU Writing Center to help you out if you want to submit that paper, that rough draft before you submit the final. That's always an option. Again, you guys, I want to commend you for such a great term, for coming in here every week and just doing your best. It's duly noted, and I wish you luck and success on your final project. Have a great weekend, you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.